My wife and I specifically moved here for two things. Number one, the water, and number two, palm trees.
Gary Edwards interviewed to be the city manager in Aransas Pass, Texas in the summer of 2017. 2 weeks before he took the job, Hurricane Harvey devastated the city.
When I was interviewing here, the town was intact. When I came back, the town was flattened. But I drove in the town and I called my wife and I said, I don't know about this.
In this city of 8,000, every house lost power. More than half of homes and businesses suffered damage. The annual budget in Aransas Pass is $25 million. The damages from Harvey, $50 million. But Edwards stayed and quickly learned how long his new city would need to build back.
About 5 years. That's about how long it takes to recover from a Category 4 hurricane in this community.
5 years. Some places it's longer, some places it's slightly less. But on average, the journey of recovery requires half a decade.
It's often long, it's difficult, it's complicated, it's bureaucratic.
Andy Rumbach teaches urban planning at Texas A&M.
You have these disasters that knock out thousands or tens of thousands of homes. It's not like we have that capacity just sitting there ready to build 10,000 homes all at once.
In Aransas Pass, many were displaced, wondering if they'd return. Those who did were surrounded by damage.
There were piles of debris that were similar to the height of a 3 to 4 story building.
Bringing back power took 2 weeks. Bringing back consistent water took 2 years. The next 3 years saw the long lag of rebuilding.
You need those federal dollars, FEMA. You have to have it. The community is going to be a destroyed community without those federal dollars. And it takes so long because of the bureaucratic morass you have to go through to get those federal dollars.
5 years after Harvey, FEMA no longer dominates the coastal bend. Whatever population the towns have lost, they've regained. But not all is normal. The only hospital in Aransas Pass remains closed. The nearest one that's open is over a long bridge towards the lighthouse to Corpus Christi. And of course, 6 months out of the year, major storms loom in the Gulf.
Hurricane season, it goes from, it's going to end the end of November now. When those spaghetti trails you see from the weather reports, you hope one doesn't hit your community. You keep your fingers crossed, you say your prayers, you go to Mass, say a few Hail Marys, and you hope it doesn't hit you. That's all you can do. You can't stop it. If it's going to hit you, it's going to hit you.
Storms, even hurricanes, are inevitable. So when one hits is the long road back. But today in Aransas Pass, the water and the palm trees still lure many to call it home, including the man who moved to town at its lowest time.
5 years later, are you glad you came?
Absolutely, I am. It's been a great experience in helping a community recover.
In Aransas Pass, Texas, I'm Matt Pearl.